My name is Sophia. I'm 29 years old, and 3 months ago, my parents gave me a choice that changed everything. Don't bring the baby, it ruins the mood. That's what my mom texted. A few seconds later, another message came in from my dad. Just come alone or don't come. I remember staring at my phone, rereading those words over and over again. Not because I didn't understand them, but because I couldn't believe them. My baby, their granddaughter, was ruining the mood? And then my phone started ringing, non-stop. Calls from my mom, calls from my dad, even my older brother. But I didn't answer, because in that moment, something inside me finally broke. To understand why that message hurt so much, you need to understand my family. I was always the difficult one, not because I caused problems, but because I didn't follow the script they wrote for me. My brother, Ethan, was perfect in their eyes. Good job, nice house, beautiful wife, everything they could show off to their friends. Me? I got pregnant at 27, unplanned, unmarried, and from that moment, everything changed. When I told my parents, my mom didn't hug me. She didn't ask if I was okay. She just said, "What will people think?" That was her first concern. Not me, not my baby, just people. My dad didn't say much. He just shook his head and walked away. That was the beginning of the distance. When my daughter, Lena, was born, I thought things would change, because how could they not? She was perfect. Tiny hands, soft eyes, a little life that deserved love. But my parents barely visited. They always had excuses. We're busy. Maybe next week. We don't want to interfere. But I saw the truth on social media. Family dinners, vacations, celebrations. Without me, without Lena. Still, I kept trying, because no matter what, they were my family. I invited her to Lena's first birthday. They came, but they stayed for less than an hour. My mom complained the whole time. It's too loud. She's crying too much. It's chaotic. She was talking about a 1-year-old child. I remember holding Lena that night, after everyone left, and whispering, "I'm sorry." Because even then, I knew she deserved better. But I wasn't ready to accept it yet. Months passed, the distance grew, but I kept showing up, calling, texting, trying, until that night. It was my dad's birthday, a big dinner at their house. Everyone was invited. I was actually excited. I thought maybe, this time, things would be different. I dressed Lena in her cutest little outfit, packed her bag, got everything ready. Then my phone buzzed. "Don't bring the baby. It ruins the mood." I froze. At first, I thought it was a joke, a bad one, but still a joke. Then came my dad's message, "Just come alone, or don't come." And suddenly, it wasn't funny anymore. It was clear. They didn't just dislike the situation, they were rejecting her. Rejecting my child. Their own granddaughter. That's when the call started. I didn't answer. Instead, I sat on the couch, holding Lena, listening to her soft breathing, and I asked myself one question. What kind of mother would I be if I allowed this? The answer came instantly. Not the kind I wanted to be. So, I made a decision. I didn't go. I didn't explain, didn't argue, didn't defend myself. I just didn't show up. That night, my phone exploded. Voicemails, angry texts, missed calls. How could you disrespect your father like this? It's just one night. You're overreacting. Overreacting? That word again. The same word they always used whenever I had feelings they didn't like. I didn't respond. For the first time in my life, I chose silence. Days turned into weeks. No calls from me, no visits, no effort. And something strange happened. They noticed. Because suddenly, the same people who ignored me were now trying to reach me. My dad called first. His voice was softer than usual. "Sophia, we need to talk." I almost laughed. Now they wanted to talk, after everything. I agreed to meet, but on one condition. "We meet at my place," I said, "and Lena will be there." There was a pause. Then he said, "Fine." When they arrived, I could feel the tension immediately. My mom avoided looking at Lena. My dad sat stiffly on the couch. Silence filled the room. Finally, I spoke. "You said she ruins the mood," I said calmly. No one responded. So I continued. "She's my daughter." Pause. "She's not optional." My mom sighed. "You're making this bigger than it is." I shook my head. "No," I said, "you made it exactly what it is." Then I said something I had never said before. "If my child isn't welcome," I looked directly at them, "then neither am I." Silence. Heavy. Uncomfortable. My dad rubbed his face. "We just wanted one peaceful evening," he said. I nodded. "And I want a family that respects my child." That was the moment everything became clear. We weren't arguing about a dinner. We were standing on two completely different values, and there was no middle ground. That day, I stopped trying to fix them, because I realized something important. You can't force people to love you, and you can't force them to respect your child. Months passed. No more invitations, no more calls, and honestly, life became peaceful. No judgment, no tension, no constant feeling of not being enough. Just me and Lena, and people who actually showed up. Then one day, my phone rang again. It was my mom. This time, her voice was different, soft, almost emotional. "I saw Lena's pictures," she said. "She's grown so much." I didn't respond immediately. Then she said something I never expected. "I think we made a mistake." I closed my eyes, because for the first time, they were acknowledging it. But it felt too late. "I'm glad you see that now," I said quietly. "Can we come see her?" she asked. I looked at Lena playing on the floor, laughing, happy, protected, and I realized something. My job wasn't to fix my parents. My job was to protect my child. So I said, "Things won't be the same." Silence. Then she whispered, "I understand." And for the first time, I think she actually did. Now we have distance, boundaries, clarity. They see Lena sometimes, on my terms. But one thing will never change. I will never again allow anyone to treat my child like she's unwanted, even if that means walking away from my own family, because being a good daughter never mattered more than being a good mother. And if I had to choose again, I'd choose her every single time. Take care of who truly matters.